currently are the best welterweights in the world, holding all of the division's world titles. And with July 29, 2023 fast approaching, the boxing world will soon find out who is the undisputed world champion at 147 in the four-bell era, the greatest welterweight as of right now, and possibly the best pound-for-pound fighter in the entire sport of boxing. Hey Ringsiders, what is going on? This is your host, Boxing's Objective Observer, and welcome back to Ringside Stories. Or if you're new, we make content regarding boxing to mini documentaries, previews, backstories, and much more. So if you enjoy that type of content, feel free to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for the latest day on Ringside Stories. Thanks so much for your support in advance, and welcome to the channel.
I will be the first male boxer to actually capture the welterweight champion in two divisions, and that would solidify me as the greatest fighter of this era.
Definitely not, man. I'm not gonna lie, Tyron got the best matchmakers in the business. You ain't fought nobody, man. You haven't beat anybody undisputed at 140. Who you fought at 135, and who you fought at 147.
Both Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford are undefeated, and since The Truth and Bud have shared the ring with some common opponents, we'll go over both champions' resume, specifically their body of work in the 147-pound division. But first, I'd like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, LiveGood. LiveGood is a company which promotes 100% organic supplements. These have great benefits for better stamina and great health overall. Not only that, they are promoted at an extremely affordable price. Now, I personally love these supplements because of the fact that LiveGood allows you to make money at the comforts of your own home at the cost of only your Netflix monthly subscription. Click the link in the description box below for more info.
I mean, great things take time. I mean, we both were going through, negotiations and things, but we here now. So all this stuff in the past, this the present. We here, we fighting each other. May the best man win. I feel like this is the best fight, welterweight fight of the last probably 40 years. This is the fight of the decade.
Oh, it's been very difficult, as you know. It's been frustrating, but I'm excited. I'm happy. The fans is happy. Everybody's happy. We here now. And I'm gonna show the world why I'm the best fighter on the planet.
For years, Errol Spence Jr. has been regarded as the direct successor of Floyd Mayweather Jr. However, given some unfortunate circumstances outside of the ring, The Truth hasn't been able to fully realize his full potential until recent years. As it stands, Errol Spence Jr. is the current undefeated WBA, WBC, and IBF World Welterweight Champion, and his road towards becoming the unified world champion left a trail which we will follow right now. Number 1. Yordenis Ugas. On April 16, 2022, Errol Spence Jr. got in the ring for a unification bout with then WBA World Welterweight Champion Yordenis Ugas, the Cuban who made one successful title defense in what would be the most significant fight in Yordenis Ugas' career against boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. In this unification bout against Spence, Ugas seemed the shadow of the man who defeated the former 8-weight world champion. There was, however, a moment in round 6 where Errol Spence Jr. seemed to glitch.
Right uppercut. And while Spence is fixated on the mouthpiece, he will get nailed by a right hand by Ugas.
Spence got it together and battered Yordenis Ugas, scoring his first stoppage win in nearly 4 years. Number 2. Shawn Porter. On September 28, 2019, Errol Spence Jr. met with then WBC world champion Showtime Shawn Porter. Prior to his bout, the seasoned Porter had only lost in 2 pro bouts in 2 highly contested world title fights. And against Errol Spence Jr., Shawn Porter would give yet another great account of himself, fighting The Truth in a proverbial phone booth for most part of the fight. Having decent success throughout the fight, Shawn Porter gave Spence all he could handle. In the 11th round, Errol Spence Jr. caught Shawn Porter with a terrific shot to the chin, which looked like a left hook and an uppercut. The fight was highly contested, and Errol Spence Jr. walked away with a 12-round split decision. Number 3. Kell Brook.
Stay in here. I'm
knocking you out. I promise. I promise you're gonna be a man. I promise you're gonna be a man.
Alright, watch what happens when I get my hands on you, bro.
I don't know what a chocolate. What is a chocolate brownie? What is it?
Watch what happens.
Chocolate brownie. You named it that?
One truth is,
That's so lame, chocolate brownie.
That's the truth.
On May 27, 2017, Errol Spence Jr. went overseas to challenge then undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, Kell Brook, a spirited fight between two top welterweights who both were trying to impose their will. As the fight progressed, Errol Spence Jr. produced the better quality shots, including barrages of body shots. Spence also proved to be cool under pressure, showing to deal fantastically with adversity on Brook's home turf. Early in round 10, Spence blitzed Brook with a quick combination. Special K proved his championship level hard as he survived the round, but it wouldn't take too long for Brook to finally capitulate.
It is all over, and Errol Spence Jr. becomes a world champion.
I got caught in about the 7th round in the eye, and it felt like getting hit on it over the round, and it was getting worse. Spence is one of the best kids I've beaten with, if not the best.
Hey man, give me him. You sure you want him? Yeah, this is easy work. Get him out of there.
This ain't no easy work.
Hey, you want him?
Here.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's not easy work. I definitely know it's not easy work.
Okay.
I definitely know that.
Just making sure.
I ain't that naive.
Right.
I'm realistic.
So, you know, there's a lot riding on this fight. You know, this is the biggest fight in boxing in decades. I want to go out there and put on a tremendous show and win in spectacular fashion. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. I'm ready to go next week if it was need be.
Terence Bud Crawford has made 6 defenses of his WBO World Welterweight title. After conquering the 140-pound weight class, becoming the division's first undisputed world champion during the 4-belt era, Terence Crawford moved up a division, activating his status as WBO's super champion. Number 1. Jeff Horn. On June 9, 2018, Terence Crawford challenged then undefeated WBO world champion Jeff Horn. The Australian came off a successful title defense after upsetting Filipino legend Manny Pacquiao on Horn's home turf in July of 2017. The 5'9" Horn tried to bully Crawford using his big frame and size in an attempt to overpower the challenger. Not only remained the Australian unsuccessful as Bud clinched and wrestled the Hornet on the inside, Crawford proved too slick, too smart, and too fast. With surgical precision, Terence Crawford was landing almost at will. Starting the second half of what was supposedly a scheduled 12-round world title fight. Being ahead on the scorecards by wide margins, Crawford put the icing on the cake, beating the tough, then undefeated Australian onto submission.
Come up with a left hand again. Horns in the corner. Crawford on the attack. That's it. It's over.
I knew he was going to be on the back foot countering. I thought I could beat him coming forward, but he clipped me a bit too much, and well done to Terence Crawford, great fighter.
Number 2. Kell Brook. On November 14, 2020, Terence Crawford faced former IBF world champion Kell Brook, who at the time of facing Terence Crawford was on a 3-fight winning streak after suffering 2 devastating back-to-back defeats at the hands of Gennady Golovkin at middleweight and Errol Spence Jr. losing his welterweight strap, leaving Special K with 2 orbital fractures. The fight against Terence Crawford seemed to be Brook's final chance at a world title and had a promising start. Bud usually used his opening rounds to figure out his opponents, which Kell Brook took advantage of, taking an early lead. However, as early as the second half of round 2, Terence Crawford switched from orthodox to southpaw. Bud's strong backhand, now lead hand, started to bother Kell Brook. A non-telegraphed Crawford right hand in round 4 struck Kell Brook to score the first knockdown. The fight was pretty much over as Terence Crawford immediately dashed in to close the show, and given Brook's history, referee Tony Weeks was right to stop the fight. Kell Brook's immediate reaction justified the stoppage. Number 3. Shawn Porter. On November 20, 2021, Terence Crawford made his 5th world title defense against Showtime Shawn Porter. This was the fight that many boxing fans perceived as the litmus test for Terence Crawford at 147. As Porter, who always has been known for his action-packed fights, who has been in with many top welterweights, including unified world welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. And so the question became, could Terence Crawford do a better job on Shawn Porter than the truth Errol Spence Jr.? The answer was an astounding yes, from Bud's movement, pivots, the wrestling on the inside, and more importantly, Bud's punch variety and shot selection, what made for an exciting fight which at times resorted to a chess match. But then, before the start of round 10, Terence Bud Crawford proved why he is contending for title of best fighter on the planet. time of the stoppage, Terence Crawford was up on all 3 scorecards. And yes, when fighting Terence Crawford, Showtime Shawn Porter was definitely past his best. However, Terence Crawford is the only man to ever stop Shawn Porter as a pro, who after the fight announced his retirement. His win over Shawn Porter is Terence Crawford's best win at welterweight to date. Not only did he answer many questions, but pushed the envelope for a potential fight with Errol Spence Jr., who sat ringside.
You see what I did, compared to what he did. So,
and that's where we are at today. The ultimate showdown for all crowns in the welterweight division.
Every title I took, Shawn Porter,
He was
champion.
a one-time one-weight champion.
It don't matter. I'm taking it.
Okay.
I'm taking it.
Well, you got the opportunity.
Like I said,
to
you line them up, I'm gonna knock them down every time. It don't matter what happens, personal life, whatever.
The truth. Errol Spence Jr.
Straight CG, I know what time it is, baby. Terence, I'm coming for that the belt.
Terence Butt Crawford.
who number 1 in the welterweight division now? Okay.
Who do you like? And which of these 2 wonderful champions has the best resume? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you enjoy content like this and you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. It helps out the channel a lot, i.e. inspire us to make more quality content for y'all. As always, thanks so much for your support in advance, and welcome to Ringside Stories. Now, if you've done that already, you're amazing. We already know that you are the true undisputed world champion. Till next time, Ringsiders, this is your host, Boxing's Objective Observer with Ringside Stories. Thanks for watching, and have a legendary day.